weirdest situation you've ever pretended to be okay with? My boyfriend has always been a hipster baddie. We met on Hinge, and he told me I looked like the type of girl he'd let ruin his life. I honestly thought it was kind of cringe, but it was better than the usual hey or how are you that I was used to, so I replied. From there, we talked almost every day and found out we had a lot in common. Both of our dads left before we were born, our favorite color was lavender, and we're both oddly terrified of butterflies. And when my friends joked that we were meant to be, a part of me couldn't help but believe it. The first day we met, he wore Doc Martens and a crystal necklace. He brought me to this cute little cocktail bar, one that I always went to with my friends. It was hidden from the main streets, cheap, for Manhattan, very chic. The type of place to have free sanitary pads in the girls' bathroom. Our conversation flowed so well that after the first hour had passed, I jokingly asked if he was gay. I'm not gay, I'm just emo, was his response. It was so funny that I started falling for him. Because as they say, if you can make her laugh, then you can kiss her too. And on the third date, he popped the big question. Not marriage. Not to be his girlfriend. No. He asked if I would enter into an open relationship with him. My eyes widened, and it's safe to say that I was taken aback. But the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like it made sense. After all my past boyfriends had cheated on me. And it's not like I was much ready for commitment either. Hand me your phone. His voice was convincing, assertive. I handed it to him, not realizing it was unlocked. He went on the app and scrolled through all the boys that had liked me. You could still explore all these men, while having me as your main piece. He then plastered on a boyish smile that made me giggle. And just like that, my morals went out the window, and I was sold. At first, the rules seemed simple. We had to tell each other about everyone we were involved with. No dating another person. It was both of our first times experimenting with this, so we decided to review the rules every Monday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. We even scheduled it in our Google calendars. Looking back, there's no way in heck I would have agreed to that BS. But unfortunately, I was a dumb 21-year-old who used my heart to make all my decisions instead of my brain. So not even 2 days later, I was lying in bed unclothed with another man. When the guy had fallen asleep, I was snapping my boyfriend Nick from his bed. Not even to make him jealous, just because the entire thing seemed so nonsensical. And when he stopped replying, I assumed he just went to sleep. But apparently I was wrong, because the next day he showed up to my dorm with flowers and a basket of chocolate. When I looked up at him, there were tears streaming down his face. I was so taken aback that I didn't even know what to say. I just opened the door to let him in. He held me super tight and kissed me deeply. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I stopped him from saying anything else. We made love right then and there. The rest of the relationship was pretty amazing. We spent the next 8 months visiting nearby cities together and posting those Pinterest couple photos on Instagram. He acted like the dream guy, and even dropped the whole femboy look and became a Zara boy. Blue shirt, sharp collarbone, perfect hair that didn't move, veiny hands. Ugh, my man. So one day when we were lying awake at 3 a.m. and he started screaming at me, my heart started pounding out of my chest. We gotta go to the hospital, he yelled at the top of his lungs. He didn't give any further explanation, and I didn't need any either. We immediately ran to the car, and I made the 30-minute drive in just 15. By the time we got there, I thought he'd be in extreme pain, or at least walking a little funny. But instead, he ran even faster than me, with perfect form to the reception desk. Is Annalise here? He practically yelled in the woman's face. My head was spinning. Annalise? I knew he had a cousin called Anne, so maybe this was her nickname for her? Boy, was I wrong. As we sprinted up the stairs with his hand in mine, I was soon met with a woman screaming her heart out, pushing a baby out of her literal vajayjay. Nick, what the actual F? I asked. But he didn't even turn back to look at me because his eyes were fixated on the woman giving birth. Just waved his hand at me as if to tell me to shut up. Come on, my love, you got this. I can see our baby girl's head. Adrenaline filled my veins. Our? Who's our? I slowly connected the dots in my head. It had been 9.5 months since we broke up. And the night I was in that guy's bed, Nick's Find My iPhone location was in a neighborhood I didn't recognize. I didn't care at the time because I thought it wouldn't come up again. When the baby was born, he took her into his arms and asked if I wanted to hold. I smiled and said yes. Not because I wasn't angry. Not because I didn't want to unalive him right there on the spot. But because I was playing the long game, and soon he would regret how he treated me. The full story is on my channel and linked below.